Hello again. Guess where I'm going? Yes, shopping. But I will take the opportunity to kill two birds with one stone and do a quick video. Right, so earlier today, because when I'm sewing, long days sewing, I tend to go on YouTube. But these days, because they've deplatformed so many people, there's very little to choose from. I like to watch, or rather listen to, videos that run for an hour plus, but there's very little to choose from. So I've been revisiting this one person, I won't call names, and listening to sermons. And the sermon today was, I saw the title and I got a bit excited. I thought, okay, this is going to be good. And it was Be Ye Perfect. And the thing that I normally find whenever people talk about the Be Ye Perfect thing, if you look at, like I've said so many times, I'm into personal development. And if you look at the way the person speaking goes about living their life, their level of belief kind of thing, you can tell whether or not they're going to hit the nail on the head. So this person speaking, I just see them wearing a suit, standing there in front of a congregation preaching, so I didn't know where it was going to go. But immediately it went to be ye perfect like God and Jesus. And the interpretation given was that we should be perfect like them in the way we love others. And straight away I thought, nah, this is wrong, and I switched off. Now, the reason I switched off is because there's too much love in the world. And people might say to me, what do you mean there's too much love in the world? Well, everybody's got their own interpretation of what love is. So instead of pursuing truth, because truth is the thing that will make you do the right thing. So if it is indeed love, that we're supposed to love one another as perfectly as God and Jesus loves, then the truth is we need to find out how God and Jesus love, as opposed to putting our own interpretation on it. Now, I disagree that it's about love. I think, obviously, those who know that I'm staying with my sister. I've been there now going into the 9th month. I am actually into the 9th month of being at her place. And the only reason I can do this is because of the way I've organized my life. And, I've had people challenge me. All my life, I've had people challenge the way I go about doing things. But if you talk to my sister, she will tell you that if it wasn't because of the way I've organized my life, I wouldn't be able to be there with her. Like now, I've left my work. I'm going to go back when I've finished shopping and continue working because I'm on a deadline. I wouldn't be able to do this if I had organized myself in the way that people thought it was best for me to organize and live my life. So here we are. But for me, I've always said that what it means to be perfect is the reason why we should be perfect is the more perfect an individual is, it's the more useful that individual is in the world. So, for example, I'm not boosting up myself or anything, but I always use myself as the example because rather than speak for someone else, I speak for myself. So because I actively pursue development, healthy mind, healthy body, healthy spirit. Because I do that. If you like, I mean, this can apply for anybody. So the more effort you put in to developing yourself, the sharper you are, the more developed, the more useful. So I go back and I say, this is why I am the one who is at my sister's place, because I'm there doing it free of charge. The government isn't giving me any money to do this. I'm not getting any financial reward or anything for being there. But more often than not, whenever people ask me how's it going, they ask, they talk in terms of the government should give me a bigger place for me and my sister. The government should do this and the government should do that. And as I said in the previous video, there was no such thing as care homes, I said, but there was no such thing as government support. You look after your family and your family members wherever they needed help and support. What they call it? No, there was no care in the community. You did it yourself. But I find it quite interesting that for all the love in the world's not doing so great, is it? And I happen to think that it is because of the interpretations that people put on things. Hold on a minute, I see some action going on here. Are you guys having a party in there or something?
Sorry?
Is there some kind of party situation going on in there?
A party?
I can hear music.
Oh no, it's a pub.
What, is it normality has resumed?
Yeah.
So people, like before lockdown,
Yeah.
people are in there mingling, no masks, no social. Oh no.
It's going to be outside only.
I tell you.
Closed.
I tell you what, I'm not doing any socializing until normality has resumed.
That's why I know at least me and him get checks. We know that we always wear masks.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to go and sit outside and be grateful.
Yeah.
No, but as long as people are grateful for the small mercies, normality will never resume.
Yeah.
So like I've never joined in.
Oh yeah, don't.
Believe me, I'm a social.
I would be waiting. I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, I'm a social creature. I do, Friday, Saturday night go out, but I refuse. And until people start doing that, normality will not resume. If people keep picking up the scraps, then scraps are all they're gonna get.
Like, a little bit of freedom and then just.
Yeah, you have a right. As a human being, you have a right to your rights. So I'm not gonna say thank you very much, government. I will wait until normality is resumed.
That's why we always got masks, trust me.
I've never worn one.
Oh no.
I just go about my business as normal.
Yeah, I have. I've made
But,
sure.
no,
I know I've caught it. So
No, but the thing is, I won't even go into that. But I do believe in mind over matter.
Yeah.
Mind over matter. And I think sometimes you can make yourself sick by thinking about it. My gosh, there's something out there gonna get me. And you can actually lower your immune system.
Yeah.
Anyways, gentlemen, have a good night.
You too, yeah? Be safe,
I will.
yeah?
Thank you, you
Make sure
too.
hide that, 'cause I don't want no one robbing that.
I'm all right.
I
Nobody's
know, but just be safe. You
nobody's gonna trouble me.
That's what I like to hear.
Nobody's gonna trouble me. I'm
Have a
safe.
good one, yeah?
All right, take care. Good night. Bye. Anyway, sorry about that interlude or not. Right, so as I was saying, the more capable you are as a consequence of developing yourself, the more you can think quicker on your feet, the more you can help someone. There are people who have been in touch, if you need anything, let me know. And then you let them know the smallest thing, and they can't do it. They can't do anything for you because they're not equipped to do it. So even my sister Kara, when she comes, she says to me, she comes and sees the piles of fabrics, and then she's come back and there's cushions and blinds made by the time she's back in the evening. And she said, how do you do it? Are you sure you don't have some little mechanical creatures here that help you? And we have a laugh and a joke about it. But it's just one of these things, like I said, I can't stress enough about having a personal development program, but it's not until we get into a situation, like I said, with being with my sister. It's at this point where people will say, oh, you're a good person, blah blah blah, this that. Yeah, there's nothing to do with me being a good person. I'm just me. And it's just that obviously when called to arms, I'm in a position where I can do that. You just heard the conversation I just had with those 2 security guards, and is literally I've not joined in. I've just basically continued living my life, doing my own thing. But gosh, I've arrived where I need to be. The shop's going to close at 10:30, but I'll give it a couple more minutes just to wind up. Yeah, so basically, the guy was talking about being perfect and talking about love. But everything is love, be kind, this, that, the other. But what people don't understand, and I've said this, those are the enemy's weapons. Because you've got to look at the people who are telling you to be kind and to be loving and to be tolerant. These are the people who are trying to, people like me, who will kick ass, if you like. Like I don't ask anyone to tolerate me to be nice or anything like that. I can cope. I'll manage it on my own. Thank you very much. But what you get people who will, if you like, they're not strong, and instead of encourage them to develop strength, they're going to tell somebody like me, oh, you got to be nice, you got to be considerate, you got to be this and that. That I don't believe for a moment that that's what God and Jesus want for us. Weakness is not a virtue, and none of us should be weak or encourage one another to be weak. We should be strong and encourage others to be strong by example. So those are my thoughts on that anyway. Enough love in the world, and the wrong kind of love. Sometimes, the best love is tough love, cruel to be kind, but alas, it's not until, like I said, me in my situation where everybody thought I was weird and I'm lazy and I'm, all the names under the sun. It's not until now I'm with my sister, everybody's sort of looking at me like not everybody, some people look at me in a negative kind of way, but more often than not, the people who are decent after a fashion, they will look at me like I'm some kind of superhero, and I'm not. I'm just being normal. It's a difference between a trained athlete, somebody whose career is running, and somebody who just runs for fun or who just runs for the boss. You're gonna think wow at the Olympic standard athlete, but for them it's not wow. It's what they do. It's what they're trained to do, and it's the same thing in life. If we live our lives in such a way that we're working towards developing ourselves, yeah, people will think that we're superhuman in some regards. But at the end of the day, this is what's supposed to happen. We're like everything in life that's alive, we grow. We never stop growing. Maybe when we mature as adults, we stop growing physically, but our minds and our spirits are capable of growth, and we never stop growing. And so we can continue to improve ourselves and be better equipped to serve our fellow human beings. And let me go and pick up my shopping. Have a good night. Take care. Bye bye.